Krishna, congratulations, great friends, that you gather yourself every day to be here to join this endeavor of trying to understand the truth through the study of our Upanishad Shastras. A great endeavor, whether others know and appreciate it or not, but it is the highest and best. May we reach to that level of inner and outer blessings and preparations that this happens unobstructed. No thing should obstruct this flow of our study, understanding, meditation, realization. Anything is an obstruction if we are not doing these things. May that sankalpa be stronger. Let us also try invoke the grace to sankalpa, prayatnam, and anugraha. That anugraha aspect is so big, it is again key. Not only we ask the anugraha of the Paramatma directly, we also ask the anugraha of Paramatma's expressions only in the form of all the world of things and beings. The anugraha we want from them is not to disturb, distract us. These are all subtle things revealed to us as and when we proceed further. Here we are doing our Veda Parayanam, doing our common sense thought, doing our Slokocharana, Dhyana Purvaka, doing our Shanti mantras and Sankalpa, then Upanishad mantra Ucharana, Upanishad Adhyayanam with Bhashyam, Shwethashwathara Upanishad, 6th chapter, 6th mantra. After telling us about Bhagavad Arpana Karma is the Hetu, helps us as sadhana for moksha. After telling us about the need of upasana for our adhyatmika sadhana and moksha, now Bhagwan or the Shruti Mata tells about the GNANAM for moksha. So when these things are repeatedly heard and contemplated through those words, what Shruti Mata wants to tell and how it is made to be understood by us by the Bhashyakara, what he is explaining, how he is making it understandable to us, what Shruti Mata is saying, it will click to us. It's a very seemingly tough process, but necessary and important process. So here today we will see that sixth mantra. So early one was Arabhya Karmani Gunanvitani. Such one we have seen. The next one was about the Bhagwan's 8 aspects were told of that Paramatma. Adi Sanyoga Viyoga and Nimitta Hetu, that mantra. And today we will see Jnana aspect. These are giving us more and more clarity because of our earlier study of other Shastras. Let us start with our first aspect of Veda Parayana. It is Chandogya Upanishad, Dvitiyodhyaya, Ekadasha Khanda. We have to start from. Up to 10 we saw yesterday. So 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Small ones, they are all we can do. Om Athaveda Parayanam Samavediya Chandogyopanishata Atha Dvitiyodhyaya Ekadasha Khandadarabhya Om Manohinkaraha Vakprastavaha Manohinkaraha Vakprastavaha Chakshurudgitaha Shrotram Pratiharaha Chakshurudgitaha Shrotram Pratiharaha प्राणो निधनं प्राणो निधनम् एतद् गायत्रं प्राणेषु प्रोतम् एतद् गायत्रं प्राणेषु प्रोतम् स य एवमेतद् गायत्रं स य एवमेतद् गायत्रं प्राणेषु प्रोतं वेद प्राणेषु प्रोतं वेद प्राणो भवति प्राणी भवति प्राणी भवति सर्वमायुरेति सर्वमायुरेति ज्योग्जीवति ज्योग्जीवति महान् प्रजया पशुभिर्भवति महान् प्रजया पशुभिर्भवति महान् कीर्त्या महामनाः स्यात् तद्व्रतं महामनाः स्यात् तद्व्रतम् अथ द्वादशः खण्डः ॐ अभिमन्थति सहिंकारः अभिमन्थति सहिंकारः धूमो जायते सप्रस्तावः धूमो जायते सप्रस्तावः ज्वलति स उद्गीतः ज्वलति स उद्गीतः अंगारा भवन्ति सप्रतिहारः अंगारा भवन्ति सप्रतिहारः उपशाम्यति तन्निधनगम् उपशाम्यति तन्निधनगम् सगं शाम्यति तन्निधनम् सगं शाम्यति तन्निधनम् एतत् रथन्तरमग्नौ प्रोतम् एतत् रथन्तरमग्नौ प्रोतम् स य एवमेतत् रथन्तरमग्नौ प्रोतं वेद स य एवमेतत् रथन्तरमग्नौ प्रोतं वेद ब्रह्मवर्चसि अन्नादो भवति ब्रह्मवर्चस्यन्नादो भवति सर्वमायुरेति ज्योग्जीवति सर्वमायुरेति ज्योग्जीवति महान् प्रजया पशुभिर्भवति महान् कीर्त्या महान् प्रजया पशुभिर्भवति महान् कीर्त्या न प्रत्यङ्गग्निमाचामेत न प्रत्यङ्गग्निमाचामेत न निष्ठीवेत व्रतं न निष्ठीवेत तद्व्रतं न निष्ठीवेत तद्व्रतम् अथ त्रयोदशः खण्डः ॐ उपमन्त्रयते स हिंकारः उपमन्त्रयते स हिंकारः ज्ञपयते स प्रस्तावः ज्ञपयते स प्रस्तावः स्त्रिया सह शेते स उद्गीतः स्त्रिया सह शेते स उद्गीतः प्रतिस्त्रीं सह शेते स प्रतिहारः प्रतिस्त्रीं सह शेते स प्रतिहारः कालं गच्छति तन्निधनं कालं गच्छति तन्निधनं पारं गच्छति तन्निधनं पारं गच्छति तन्निधनम् एतत् वामदेव्यं मिथुने प्रोतम् एतत् वामदेव्यं मिथुने प्रोतं स य एवमेतत् वामदेव्यं मिथुने प्रोतं वेद स य एवमेतत् वामदेव्यं मिथुने प्रोतं वेद मिथुनी भवति मिथुनी भवति मिथुनान् मिथुनात् प्रजायते मिथुनान् मिथुनात् प्रजायते सर्वमायुरेति जोग्जीवति महान् सर्वमायुरेति जोग्जीवति महान् प्रजया पशुभिर्भवति महान् कीर्त्या प्रजया पशुभिर्भवति महान् कीर्त्या न काञ्चन परिहरति हरेत् तद्व्रतं न काञ्चन परिहरेत् तद्व्रतम् अथ चतुर्दशः खण्डः ॐ उद्यन्हिंकार उद्गीतः उद्यन्हिंकार उद्गीतः प्रस्तावो मध्यन्दिन उद्गीतः प्रस्तावो मध्यन्दिन उद्गीतः अपराह्णः प्रतिहारः अपराह्णः प्रतिहारः अस्तं यन्निधनम् अस्तं यन्निधनम् एतद् हृद आदित्ये प्रोतम् एतद् बृहदादित्ये प्रोतम् एतद् बृहदादित्ये प्रोतं स य एवमेतत् बृहदादित्ये प्रोतं वेद स य एवमेतत् बृहदादित्ये प्रोतं वेद तेजस्वी अन्नादो भवति तेजस्वी अन्नादो भवति सर्वमायुरेति जोग्जीवति महान् सर्वमायुरेति जोग्जीवति महान् प्रजया पशुभिर्भवति महान् कीर्त्या प्रजया पशुभिर्भवति महान् कीर्त्या तपन्तं न निन्देत तद्व्रतं तपन्तं न निन्देत तद्व्रतम् अथ पञ्चदशः खण्डः ॐ अभ्राणि सम्प्लवते सहिंकारः अभ्राणि सम्प्लवते सहिंकारः मेघो जायते स प्रस्तावो मेघो जायते स प्रस्तावो वर्षति स उद्गीतः वर्षति स उद्गीतः विद्योतते स्तनयति स प्रतिहारः विद्योतते स्तनयति स प्रतिहारः उद्गृह्णाति तन्निधनम् उद्गृह्णाति तन्निधनम् एतद्वै रूपं पर्जन्ये प्रोतम् एतद्वै रूपं पर्जन्ये प्रोतम् स य एवमेतत् वैरूप्यं पर्जन्ये प्रोतं वेद स य एवमेतत् वैरूप्यं पर्जन्ये प्रोतं वेद विरूपागंश्च सुरूपागंश्च पशूनवरुन्धे विरूपागंश्च सुरूपागंश्च पशूनवरुन्धे सर्वमायुरेति जोग्जीवति सर्वमायुरेति जोग्जीवति महान् प्रजया पशुभिर्भवति महान् कीर्त्या महान् प्रजया पशुभिर्भवति महान् कीर्त्या वर्षन्तं न निन्देत् वर्षं न निन्देत् तद्व्रतं तद्व्रतम् अथ षोडशः खण्डः ॐ वसन्तो हिंकारः वसन्तो हिंकारः ग्रीष्मः प्रस्तावः ग्रीष्मः प्रस्तावः वर्षा उद्गीतः वर्षा उद्गीतः शरत्प्रतिहारः शरत्प्रतिहारः हेमन्तो निधनम् हेमन्तो निधनम् एतद्वैराजम् ऋतुषु प्रोतम् एतद्वैराजं ऋतुषु प्रोतं स य एवमेतत् वैराजं ऋतुषु प्रोतं वेद स य एवमेतद्वैराजं ऋतुषु प्रोतं वेद विराजति प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मवर्चसेन विराजति प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मवर्चसेन सर्वमायुरेति जोग्जीवति सर्वमायुरेति जोग्जीवति महान् प्रजया पशुभिर्भवति महान् प्रजया पशुभिर्भवति महान् कीर्त्या ऋतून्न निन्देत् ऋतून् न निन्देत् तद्व्रतं तद्व्रतम् गुड chant together ॐ अथ सामवेदीय छान्दोग्योपनिषत् द्वितीयोऽध्यायः एकादशखण्डादारभ्य ॐ मनोहिंकारो वाक्प्रस्तावः चक्षुरुद्गीतः श्रोत्रं प्रतिहारः प्राणो निधनम् एतद्गायत्रं प्राणेषु प्रोतं स एवमेतद्गायत्रं प्राणेषु प्रोतं वेद प्राणी भवति सर्वमायुरेति जोग्जीवति महान् प्रजया पशुभिर्भवति महान् कीर्त्या महामनाः स्यात् तद्व्रतम् अथ द्वादशः खण्डः अभिमन्तति सहिंकारः धूमो जायते स प्रस्तावो ज्वलति स उद्गीतो अङ्गारा भवन्ति स प्रतिहारः उपशाम्यति तन्निधनगं सगं शाम्यति तन्निधनम् एतद् रथन्तरमग्नौ प्रोतं स य एवमेतद् रथन्तरमग्नौ प्रोतं वेद ब्रह्मवर्चसी अन्नादो भवति सर्वमायुरेति योग्जीवति महान् प्रजया पशुभिर्भवति महान् कीर्त्या न प्रत्यङ्गग्निमाचामेत् न निष्ठीवेत् तद्व्रतम् अथ त्रयोदशः खण्डः ओमुपमन्त्रयते सहिंकारो ज्ञपयते स प्रस्तावः श्रिया सह शेते स उद्गीतः पतिं प्रतिस्त्रीं सह शेते स प्रतिहारः कालं गच्छति तन्निधनं पारं गच्छति तन्निधनम् एतद्वामदेव्यं मिथुने प्रोतं स एवमेतद्वामदेव्यं मिथुने प्रोतं वेद मिथुनी भवति मिथुनान् प्रजायते सर्वमायुरेति योग्जीवति महान् प्रजया पशुभिर्भवति महान् कीर्त्या न काञ्चन परिहरेत् तद्व्रतं चतुर्दशः खण्डः उद्यन् हिङ्कारः उदितः प्रस्तावः मध्यन्दिन उद्गीतः अपराह्णः प्रतिहारः अस्तम्यन्निधनम् एतद्बृहदादित्ये प्रोतं स य एवमेतद्बृहदादित्ये प्रोतं वेद तेजस्वी अन्नादो भवति सर्वमायुरेति योग्जीवति महान् प्रजया पशुभिर्भवति महान् कीर्त्या तपन्तं न निन्देत् तद्व्रतं पञ्चदशः खण्डः अभ्राणि सम्प्लवन्ते स हिङ्कारः मेघो जायते स प्रस्तावः वर्षति स उद्गीतः विद्योतते स्तनयति स प्रतिहारः उद्गृह्णाति तन्निधनम् एतद्वैरूपं पर्जन्ये प्रोतं स य एवमेतद्वैरूपं पर्जन्ये प्रोतं वेद विरूपागंश्च सुरूपागंश्च पशूनवरुन्धे सर्वमायुरेति योग्जीवति महान् प्रजया पशुभिर्भवति महान् कीर्त्या वर्षन्तं न निन्देत् तद्व्रतम् अथ षोडशः खण्डः वसन्तो हिङ्कारो ग्रीष्मः प्रस्तावो वर्षा उद्गीतः शरत्प्रतिहारः हेमन्तो निधनम् एतद्वैराजम् ऋतुषु प्रोतं स य एवमेतद्वैराजं ऋतुषु प्रोतं वेद विराजति प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मवर्चसेन सर्वमायुरेति जोग्जीवति महान् प्रजया पशुभिर्भवति महान् कीर्त्या ऋतून् न निन्देत् तद्व्रतम् ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Hope you are enjoying this Vedic chanting. Feel it that we are blessed to do this. Thank you to the mind intellect for cooperating without putting in front so many objections, questions, etc. as to why these chantings in this Kali Yuga not required. So left to us and our mind, it is so powerful with its so many logics and what you call them, it is impossible to defeat it at all. But somehow we are able to do the divine grace, enjoy that. Look back and see that these all Upanishad mantras we have at least chanted, that contentment is any day better, greater than doing other things which also give the grosser outer contentments. Now, second aspect today of ours, the common sense thought. So simple it, a flow of thoughts we express, seen earlier too, but good to remind ourselves once more. Point one, not doing anything at all. Do not justify our living. नहीं करना सही नहीं है, जिंदा है हम. Doing that which is not to be done, is also is not justifiable, not right. Then doing only what is to be done is the only thing which can help us. 3 points. Fourth point. What is that which is making me not to do? Think about them. How to conquer those, whatever they are. What is that which is making me not to do, not perform? All that is tamoguna, it is called. Non-performance is utter tamoguna. Observe it, see to it that it is eliminated. Equally, again, think and understanding what is that prompting me to do what is not to be done. Doing what's not to be done can be rajoguna. Rajoguna though can be positive, helpful to do what's to do, but the other side of it also is it's the rajoguna with variety of kama vikara which pushes us to do what we are not supposed to do. Krishna Vasudeva, not doing is bad, but doing what is not to be done is really worst, because the result will be there of what of doing that which we are not supposed to do is very painful, very what do you call, we cannot bear them, unbearable will be the pains. As a human being, we have to be pondering over about all these things. So to do what is to be done, what are the things that help me, all those things I must know and keep on gathering in me. This is the message and essence of any intelligent life of an intelligent human being. All only these three. Not doing what's not to be done, and keep on doing continuously, constantly, every moment what is to be done. Okay. Though we have discussed three points plus one four, but one thing still remains to be contemplated, that all these three things can be understood first when we understand what is our goal, first of all. What is our aim? Think. Now, this goal and aim, in some things, some aspects, we ourselves are self sufficient to know. But in some other higher, greater goals, right in the beginning, we may not be self sufficient. Therefore, definitely, it is healthy to approach to the highly evolved people, asking them what can be the goal, what should be the goal. Some we know, but some more which we have to know, we may not know. So we must go to them who can tell us. Isn't that? But to decide what to do and to decide and avoid what not to do and not to do at all, primarily what is the goal has to be very, very clear. Based on that only, naturally, to reach to that goal, what is to be done, that all we have to do. While reaching towards that goal, whatever takes us away from the goal, that we should not do, and which never makes us move at all, that tamoguna, that also we have to come out of, isn't it? So now think about the goals. First two categorizations are the adhyatmika and the jagatika goals, isn't it? In the world, there will be million goals. Remember, every of the few of the goals we choose to achieve only to train ourselves in performing systematically disciplined way to reach the goal. To train ourselves to perform systematically in a disciplined manner to reach the goal. To train ourselves in that only few of the outer goals we can have. Later on, keeping the inner spirituality as the goal, to reach it, whatever the training we had of systematic, disciplined performance while reaching the outer goal, those abilities, those traits, those intelligences we have to apply for this. And thus, with full clarity, every moment, we are aware we are not the non performers, we are not the wrong performers, and we are the perfect performers of that which is to be performed or done. How beautiful that life would be. This is called Sattva. If Rajaguna makes us do what's not to be done, if Tapoguna doesn't allow us even to start doing, the Sattva Guna is the one which makes us pakka know what is the goal to achieve, what is to be done for it. So remaining in Sattva Guna is equal to always doing that which takes us towards our goal. This should become natural, this should become habitual to us. This should be kept again as the goal. Consciously, we have to mold ourselves to become that personality. Right now, so many struggles in us. Basically, because we are not spashta regarding the lakshya. है ना? Luckily for you and I, the gurus are guiding through the Shastra. We have at least an accessibility or facility to understand what can be, what should be the goal. Million times we are fortunate then. The most unfortunate people who do not know an idea also about what should and what can be the goal, therefore, they take those things only as the goals, which should not be, which cannot be, which need not be, which are the wasters of the whole time or life. Unfortunate they are. I know. So, if you take few examples, the outer goals, inner goals may, we can know the dhana adi, the power adi, the outer things, they can be kept as goal. Some people exactly work towards it and achieve it, and they have that happiness. But they all are, remember, karma adhina, they all are kala adhina, they all are upadi adhina. Therefore, they cannot be shashvata. Like I become a Mukhyamantri. It is karma adhina. So as long as the karmas which sustain me to be Mukhyamantri, I keep doing. So long only I will be. That's why somebody in some state for 20 years he is a Mukhyamantri because he is able to do karma. In other place, 6 months he is removed, other person is kept. Isn't it? And this person also the karma adhina, who is able to do 20 years. 20 is able to do, but 30 cannot because the old age will come. You may have wisdom, but you should have the mobility, you should have the ability. So, is it Shashvatam? It is karma adhina. कर्म नहीं कर पाया तो नहीं होता. So to it is kala adhina. It is time bound, which is started in time will have to end in time also. Third is it's upadhi adhina. Upadhis are dehendra prana mano buddhi. They cannot be permanently the same, isn't it? And in such outer goals, there are continuously the other oppositions also, isn't it? Oppositions not only the opposite party. In your own party, the others say, "तू तब कब तक रहेगा CM? और को बनने दो." Isn't it? And that is true too. That only you cannot be, others also you must give chance. Isn't it? Not like in some sports, the same fellow continues suppressing other fellows. बहुत जगह होता है. So in this way, one example we gave, apply it to everything. An industrial glory. There also. It is kaladhina, upadhyadhina, and karmadhina. So therefore, it will not be permanent. We have to think about it. You do it, no problem, but understand its limitations too. Accept them. And still, if that is your choice, continue. Some people choose that as choice because they do not know that kala adhina atita, upati atita, karma atita, also one thing can be there as goal, and therefore it is shashvata. You and I are studying Upanishads only to recognize that which is beyond time, therefore endless. That which is beyond upadhis, therefore modificationless. That which is beyond karma, therefore again endless. Is that Paramatma Tattva? That's permanent and that is infinite. So that can be kept as goal. All our study of Upanishads, day in and day out, should strengthen in us that the goal is only Paramatatva and only Paramatatva and nothing other than it. Isn't it? Remember, when that is not the goal, something else is the goal. When something else is the goal, to reach to that something else goal, only we'll keep on pursuing or performing. That's called samsara. संसार क्या है? जो लक्ष्य नहीं होना है उसको लक्ष्य बनाकर उसी के लिए प्रयत्न करते ही जाना. वी आर ऑल संसारी. वही वो लक्ष्य नहीं होना है because it is not Ananta, it is Santa, isn't it? It is finite, it's not infinite. It is Apurna and not Purna. Therefore, it's not Nitya or Shashwat. Therefore, it should not. And it should not be, is not Guru saying, you have to feel it. Anything Guru says, I have to feel it. Not that the Guru said and then I take sentimentally and say, उन्होंने कहा लेकिन फिर भी मुझे नहीं लगा समझ. खुद को फील करना. So why the world should not be goal? Because it will end. Endful cannot be the goal. Because it will end. No, again you become empty. Back to square one. Isn't it? That is why same Shruti Mata, which indicated earlier good health, good money to be the goals, later on indicated the higher health and wealth and happiness giving Sarga Adi to be goals. The same Shruti Mata later on. Even the Swarga se Atita Brahmadi Loka as the goal. Same Shruti Mata finally said, none of them can be the goal, only that infinite Brahman reality. It is Shruti Mata saying means Shruti following human beings' intellect is growing and becoming subtler in understanding the goal from the grosser to the subtler to the subtler to the ultimate. Right? Like it is not Krishna saying to me through the Gita. It is me through Gita and Krishna myself understand. है कि नहीं? मुझे मेरे बुद्धि में ये ज्ञान सूक्ष्म और बढ़ता रहना चाहिए, सूक्ष्म होता हुआ. So for you and I now, the presence of infinite substratum behind all, that alone is real, that alone has to be the goal. Hope this is becoming stronger day in, day out. That is the only purpose for which we are studying all the Upanishads. Second, once that is made as the Pakka or only goal, naturally, nobody is a Buddhu who keeps something as goal and does something else. In the beginning, he may do because of ignorance. Later on, realizes that's my goal. I'm not reaching it. Why? Because you are not doing that which you are supposed to do. And we are exactly doing that which is opposite. Again, the first discussion. Not doing anything and doing that which is not to be done and doing only that which is to be done. Now, see if this clarity comes that if Paramatma Prapti is my goal, then for the Paramatma Prapti, what are the things to be done as sadhana? Gather all that information, involve in that only. Then, if we involve moment to moment in that, will we not reach that goal? And those who have done it and reached, they are called as Mahatmas. They are worshipped by others. They are sought for the guidance by others. Now, look from that Mahatma standpoint. At one point, he was also with his Dehaditadatma. He was with the world and worldliness. Like we were chanting now, Chandogya Upanishad. The Shruti Mata herself is saying. But in her saying so, there is more of making us active and inspired than indicating that to be the goal. Shruti Mata to finally tells us that goal to be Tattvamasi Shwetaketu only. Chandogya Upanishad. But are we not seeing here? Mahan Bhavati, Prajaya Pashubir Bhavati. Mahan Bhavati means it becomes famous. Prajaya Bhavati means wonderful children. Pashubir Bhavati means all the cattle, etc. Those days there were the properties. So if these is upasanas are done, such person becomes all these. Jog Jivati means he will always live with the alertness and wisdom in the intellect. Shruti Mata is only telling. This is to tell to make him start doing something from not doing, and also making him do something systematic and disciplined instead of making him do or allowing to do what is not to be done, because a specific goal is given, one will work towards it. Later on she will change the goal. It's not the Mahan Bhavati Prajaya Pashubihi, they are only intermediate goals. The ultimate is Tattvamasi Shwetaketu. See that Vishnu just now is chanted. So, through our study of Upanishads, through our Manana Chintana, through our intellection, throughout the day, our thinking, are we ascertaining the Paramatma Tattva alone has to be the goal? ये हमको check करना पड़े. If that is the goal, then what are the means to reach to it? Are we clear about it? Then every moment we have to do that only. अभी बाकी का क्या है लेना देना, है ना? That mantra which will come again in this Upanishad only. और बृहदारण्यक किम प्रजया करिष्यामो येषाम नोयमात्मा अयम लोकः येषाम नः अयम आत्मा अयम लोकः. For such me or we, for whom that inner self alone is the loka to be sought after. Kim prajaya karishyamah. What is there for us with this praja? Praja means prajaya, pashubihi, mahan, bhavati, all that which we saw now. Yes, sir, when Paramatma as the goal is not understood, that time these were important. But when that is understood, that's important. When I realize the self, first I get moksha, and millions can come to me get guidance for it. But if I am bound myself to the world and worldliness, first I am bound. And to whomever the people I am bound, I am binding them also. And I am a pakka wrong example for others. And all these are for small little outer pleasures. That some money or some other objective enjoyments, entertainments. So very immature, raw mind and intellect, which find pleasures in this only. So one has to rise to that which is permanent, which is loftier, which is diviner, isn't it? The whole problem it is in choosing the goal. Those goals alone, technically in our shastras, called as these four: dharma, artha, kama, moksha. जिसको अर्थ और काम ही लक्ष्य है, इज 100% संसार. जिनको मोक्ष लक्ष्य है, इज आध्यात्मिक. एंड फॉर दैट धर्म इज अ मीन्स. धर्म इज टू डू व्हाट इज टू बी डन. See, every moment when I know what I have to reach, and when I know what to do, and when I am consciously doing that only, how उस आनंद का कोई अंधेर सीमा है. How wonderful that life. Should we want that type of disciplined life, or like now, what we are doing, what we are aiming at as goal, कोई हिसाब किताब ही नहीं उसका, isn't it? And justifying all that nonsense, we have sufficient stupidity, our ignorance, and use our intellect to justify that. सबसे worst ये है, जो गुरु को सबसे ज्यादा चुभता है वो ये है, what he is indicating as higher goal. To refute it, these fellows use their misguided intellect, with all the experiences and quotes. That's the most painful. तब वो गुरु नमस्कार करके कहता है, यार तू मेरे को छोड़, मैं तेरे को छोड़ता हूँ, यू कीप दैट एज गोल एंड गो. आई कांट. That day, that way, because of us, when the guru is defeated, understand our doom destruction day started. We all defeat our gurus by choosing what we want to choose as goal, not tuning to him why he is saying. And gurus never say for their personal any benefit. They say the truth. They say the fact. Just now we saw, no? How can there be anything temporary goal? How can there be limited thing be goal? The goal should be permanent and infinite, and that's only Paramatma Tattva. What is difficult in that understanding? And what is wrong when the Guru explains to us these things? What's wrong when Shruti Mata is guiding us in that? Therefore, for those who are egoistic, biased, extroverted, who have misguidance, for them, nobody is the better enemy than Shruti and Guru. In the same way, for those pure-hearted, matured person, there is no better well-wisher than the Shruti Mata and Guru. अब देखो. Because we don't say openly, we do the whole life that only. What is it? We never go to Guru, we never study Shruti Mata. Means what? Taking them as enemy. क्यों? क्योंकि हम enemy के पास जाते ही नहीं. Why the people don't go to Shastra, don't go to Guru? Because they consider them as enemy. They won't say vocally. Vocal saying and not saying doesn't matter. The mere action itself. कोई बंदा कोई शास्त्र पढ़ा ही नहीं है जिंदगी भर, गुरु के पास गया ही नहीं, तो जिंदगी ही इज कंसिडर्ड देम एज शत्रुस. And the one who is every day studying Shastra, contacting the Guru, getting the guidance, he understood the Guru and Shastra to be Paramamitra, Parama Apta, Shreyo Abhilashi, Suhrutu. The one who understands it, he may not utter the words, but he knows it. Yeah, in that Shastra, something higher is there. Again and again, Shruti Mata is guiding. In that Guru, something charm is there. He's just trying to pull me away from where I am lost and caught up. Let me not leave him. So he is my Paramitra. For Arjuna, it just happened that in Krishna he has seen Paramisli, even in the Yuddha, when the choice is given, he chose Krishna to be driver. To driver ban, lekin mere saath raho. The only thing Arjuna did great in his life is choosing Krishna. Krishna is Devata, Krishna is Guru, Krishna is Shastra. Because he is three in one. He is a Devata only anyway, Avatara. He is the Guru because Arjuna surrendered, and Krishna is Jagat Guru, and he is the Shastra because he gave entire Upanishad Sara as Gita. So today's thought is what? Not doing, not at all doing is not right. Doing wrong thing also not right. Doing right thing. When every moment with full zeal and zest. And what is right? Who decides the goal which we have chosen? The outer and the inner goals, the temporary and the permanent goals, the materialistic and spiritual goals. Other than Guru and Shastra, Sadguru and Sat Shastra, everything else tempts and prompts us by indicating to us everything else as the goal. That's the meaning of Yamimam Pushpidam Vacham Pravadanti. All of that which we saw in Gita. So go to them. Like there are hundreds shops in the city. Only two shops offer the genuine things, but they are costly. 98 शॉप दे जस्ट इतना सस्ता में देते हैं, बट सारा उसमें मिलावट. अब चॉइस आपका है ना. देयर सम पीपल पैसे लग भी जाए तो खाना है तो उस होटल में, बिकॉज दे मेक एवरीथिंग सो नीट क्लीन टाइडी विथ बेस्ट ऑफ द ग्रोसरीज और आइटम्स यूटिलाइज्ड. इनफैक्ट दे डिस्प्ले ऑल ऑफ दैट. देखो ये चीजें हैं जो हम यूज करते हैं. तेल दैट बेस्ट क्वालिटी, दाल वगैरह में नो छुपा छुप. Everything is transparent, open. The live cameras are kept when the cooks are making it. टीवी लगाया, जो आपने डोसा ऑर्डर की, the one who is making the dosha, how is he making? When the thing is very authentic, perfect, it costs. Therefore, he puts more cost. An intelligent person goes for it. The one who is for other reason, he says, ठीक है, जीना तो है, so वहाँ भी. Here also, there are many people who can guide, misguide us, including our own mind, intellect, vasanas, that choose those things as goal. But it's only Guru and Shastra relentlessly tell us this is the goal. Think about it. On the whole, the joy of life is there where every moment we are consciously doing what is to be done to reach to the ultimate goal. And here, one thing only, lad, for your surprise and also information is what? That same Shruti which tells us, do this, do this, do this in the beginning. As through the doings, what is to be done is done, achieved. Thereafter, the sadhana totally becomes the opposite. What is that? Don't do, don't do, don't do. Because just like not doing anything is total bandhana, at the highest level, not doing anything is moksha. Because the pure self has nothing to do. What is at the later stage, huh? Not now. See, Pashyan Udasinataya Prapancham Sankalpam Unmulayet Savadhanaha. See that? The ultimate goal yesterday indicated in such an indicative manner, very sublime way by Adi Shankara in our Yoga Tara Vadi. Oh, later on. लाइक अभी तो मुझे प्रवचन करना है, स्टडी करना है, मनन चिंतन करना है. These are all to remove the gandagi inside. And after all, like you take one by one things to clean the house and clean the utensils. As the cleaning is getting over, don't we withdraw from each of those doings and keep the things where they were to be? The झाड़ू को अपनी जगह पे, पोछा अपनी जगह पे, बर्तन मांजने का साबुन अपना जगह पे, सब छोड़ के you wash your hand, take bath, you are free. There is nothing to be done. Because finally, we have to reach to the self there. There is nothing to be done, nothing to be achieved. Just know it and be it. Jnatva amritam ashnute. But before that, to reach to that ability, to rightly guide all our rajagunas, we have to keep on doing. And also to avoid the tamoguna. You know, these are all big subject. Again, you all know it. 100 times you heard it. You are masters of that. Thank you. Now we will enter into our third topic of mantrocharana. Let us remember Bhagwan Vishnu today. Very small mantra today तो next time जब हम देखेंगे लंबा चौड़ा वाला है ना भूपादो यस्य नाभिर्वेदसुरनिलश्चंद्र सूर्यवच नेत्रे कर्णावाशा शिरोद्यौर्मुखोऽपि दहनो यस्य वास्तेयमभिनि अब्धिः अन्तस्तम यस्य विश्वं सुरनरखगो भोग्यन्तरदैत्यैः चित्रं रम रम्यते तं त्रिभुवनं वपुषं विष्णुवेशं नमामि ये वाला मंत्र मैं आपको बाद में पढ़ाऊं Today, simple mantra of Lord Vishnu. So beautiful it is. Sometimes let the mantras be so simple that it is easy to remember meaning and contemplate. And we should be wise this way to choose that when we are in full energy, use that complicated mantra for dhyanam. When you are less energy, use the simple mantras for dhyanam. But in whichever the situation we are, our goal is to do the dhyanam on the dhyayam. Like in So the mantra is so simple of Lord Vishnu. It comes in Vishnu Sahasranama Dhyana Shlokas. Om Sashankha Chakram Sakirita Kundalam Sapita Vastram Sarasi Ruhekshanam Sahara Vakshasthala Shobhi Kaustubham Namami Vishnum Shirasa Chaturbhujam. So simple. Here the Kriya Pada is Namami. Naturally, whom are you doing Namami? Namaskara to Vishnu. Bhagwan Vishnu. And million and one more time, let us study why we have to do Namaskar to Vishnu. Because through that Namaskar, when I surrender to Him, by His grace, I am protected, I am given, and I am liberated. I am protected from the problems, I am given what I require, and I am liberated from all limitations. For that, we have to do Namami only to Vishnu. Here Namami includes Sharanagati Yukta Prarthana preceded by all the Upasana. Okay? Even all those detail we can't do. ये जो मंत्र में भगवान के जो महिमाएं हैं और उनका रूप दिया है इधर ओनली रूप ध्यान हियर इफ दैट इज केप्ट इन द माइंड दैट इज आल्सो है ना भगवान का है ना जैसे इन द ओल्डन डेज किंग किंग वाज प्रेज्ड by those vandis magada that is enough king has to give them the dhana they need not do any work बस प्रेज कर दिया राजा कहते हैं यू आर प्रेज आई लाइक व्हाट यू वांट और दे दो इनको इतना दे देते तो वी कैन बी दैट वे द स्तुतिकार ऑफ परमात्मा that is enough for the bhagwan to bless us stuti is just vocally praising upasana is physically doing the shodashopachara pujas etc उपासना करो तो अच्छा है नहीं स्तुति से भी बात बन जाता है वो हो जाते हैं दैट्स द रूल दैट्स व्हाट इज सीन and when many mantras only give us stuti not telling in that anything to do as upasana and tell that with this the bhagwan is pleased and he'll bless us तो वो गुरु ने किया होगा ना वो इसलिए तो ही इज टेलिंग अस सो इन शॉर्ट the stuti is the enough one for blessing, getting blessings from Vishnu. And what blessings we want? Protection, provision, and redemption. Protecting from problems, providing what we need, and redemption from release from all limitations. What is the meaning? Namami Vishnu. I salute the Vishnu. Who is he? Sashankha Chakram. He has got Shankha in one hand, Chakra in one hand. Sa Kirita Kundalam. He has got the Kirita on his head, Kundala beautiful to his ears. Sapita Vastram, clad in yellow dress. Sarasiruha Ikshanam, whose eyes are wide open and as beautiful as the lotus petal. Sahara Vakshasthala Shobhi Kaustubham. Sahara, along with the Hara, Shobhi, the Kaustubamani Shobhayamana, where? Vakshasthala. उनके वक्षस्थल में हार है जिसमें कौस्तुभ मणि है, और हार इज डिफरेंट, पुलहा पुष्पहार हो सकता है, देन कौस्तुभ मणि विथ सम गोल्डन चेन. सहार वक्षस्थल शोभि कौस्तुभम नमामि विष्णु शिरसा नमामि. By bowing my head, I am saluting. Chaturbhujam, the one who has got this way, four hands. A good simple thing to wait it. And then uh, what is the use of Shanka, Chakra, Gada, Padma, which Bhagavan holds? All of that so many times we saw. Isn't it? Now, in this way, this Rupa, it is Vishnu, karke, when we try to do the dhyana, on the Rupa of the Vishnu, first we get the hold. Then, as we are seeing in the Upanishad, you know, Adisa Sanyoga Nimitta Hetuhu, all those attributes when you bring, the Rupa Vishnu becomes the Ishvara Vishnu now. Then the mantra which we will study today of Upanishad, when we add to that, then Ishvara Vishnu becomes the Brahma Tattva Vishnu now. As a Brahma Tattva, we become one with him. As the Ishvara Vishnu, we surrender to him. And as Jagat Rupa Ishvara, we serve him. Sarva, surrender, realize yourself. These are the three things we have to do with the Ishvara. ईश्वर का सेवा करो हो गया कर्मयोग, ईश्वर का उपासना करो हो गया भक्ति योग, ईश्वर तत्व से अपने तत्व एक है जानो हो गया ज्ञान योग. वंडरफुल. नाउ चैंट ओम सशंख चक्रम सकिरीटकुंडलम सपीतवस्त्रम सरसीरुहे क्षणम सहारवक्षस्थलशोभिकौस्तुभम नमामि विष्णुं शिरसा चतुर्भुजम्. सशंख ओम सशंख चक्रम सकिरीटकुंडलम सपीतवस्त्रम सरसीरुहे क्षणम सहारवक्षस्थलशोभिकौस्तुभं नमामि विष्णुं शिरसा चतुर्भुजम्. ॐ सशङ्खचक्रं सकिरीटकुण्डलं सपीतवस्त्रं सरसीरुहे क्षणं सहारवक्षस्थलशोभिकौस्तुभं नमामि विष्णुं शिरसा चतुर्भुजम्. ॐ सशङ्खचक्रं सकिरीटकुण्डलं सपीतवस्त्रं सरसीरुहे क्षणं सहारवक्षस्थलशोभिकौस्तुभं नमामि विष्णुं शिरसा चतुर्भुजम्. ॐ सशङ्खचक्रं सकिरीटकुण्डलं सपीतवस्त्रं सरसीरुहे क्षणं सहारवक्षस्थलशोभिकौस्तुभं नमामि विष्णुं शिरसा चतुर्भुजम्. ॐ सशङ्खचक्रं सकिरीटकुण्डलं सपीतवस्त्रं सरसीरुहे क्षणं सहारवक्षस्थलशोभिकौस्तुभं नमामि विष्णुं शिरसा चतुर्भुजम्. ॐ सशङ्खचक्रं सकिरीटकुण्डलं सपीतवस्त्रं सरसीरुहे क्षणं सहारवक्षस्थलशोभिकौस्तुभं नमामि विष्णुं शिरसा चतुर्भुजम्. ॐ सशङ्खचक्रं सकिरीटकुण्डलं सपीतवस्त्रं सरसीरुहे क्षणं सहारवक्षस्थलशोभिकौस्तुभं नमामि विष्णुं शिरसा चतुर्भुजम्. ॐ सशङ्खचक्रं सकिरीटकुण्डलं सपीतवस्त्रं सरसीरुहे क्षणं सहारवक्षस्थलशोभिकौस्तुभं नमामि विष्णुं शिरसा चतुर्भुजम्. ॐ सशङ्खचक्रं सकिरीटकुण्डलं सपीतवस्त्रं सरसीरुहे क्षणं सहारवक्षस्थलशोभिकौस्तुभं नमामि विष्णुं शिरसा चतुर्भुजम्. ॐ सशङ्खचक्रं सकिरीटकुण्डलं सपीतवस्त्रं सरसीरुहेक्षणं सहारवक्षस्थलशोभिकौस्तुभं नमामि विष्णुं शिरसा चतुर्भुजं सशङ्खचक्रं सकिरीटकुण्डलं सपीतवस्त्रं सरसीरुहेक्षणं सहारवक्षस्थलशोभिकौस्तुभं नमामि विष्णुं शिरसा चतुर्भुजम. पहले we have to catch the hold, we have to have the hold on the words. Mantra should be by heart. Then the meaning of the mantra. In this, the Rupa of the Vishnu. Then, what is the sadhana? Bringing the mind from million directions to focus on this Rupa of the Lord. Isn't it? To the extent we are succeeding in it, we become qualified to put our prayer in front of the Lord. Such Lord of this Rupa, oh Lord, I am meditating on you. These are my prayers, bless me. Secondly, having that way meditated on that Rupa of the Lord, into that all our Stula Sukshma Karana Sharira, we can feel they are merged. You know, when that feeling is done of merging in it, we realize that we were never separate from Him. There is no me ever other than Him. So this is taught to us in the Upanishads. The Laya Prakriya. There it is done, Yached Vang Manasi Pragnaha Tadyached Jnana Atmani, etc. Which is little subtler, therefore to make it simple, our Puranic Gurus have given us this type of Rupa Vishnu and Dhyana. All in all, pulling ourselves from the world and worldliness and our Upadita Adhyatmya, putting ourselves in the Paramatma is the Adhyatmikata. Being away from God is the samsara and all misery, and that is ignorance. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. That's good. Thank you. We'll do our Upanishad. 1 second. Ah, how wonderful it is if we decisively try, understand and try and achieve this state that we are in Shuddha Sattva Guna and our entire awareness and attention is on the Paramatma Saguna Nirguna. How beautiful that would be. You know, aim at that, seek that. Om, Om, Om. Om Sahana Vavatu. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo. Om Yairime Gurubihi Purvam. Om Shankaram Shankaracharya. Om Nidhaye Sarva Vidyana. Om Shruti Smriti Purana. Om Karuna Varunalaya Palayamam. Om Brahmanandam Paramasukhadam. Om Parabrahmane Shruti Matre. समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आचार्येभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां कृपया उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्यप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थं धर्म संस्थापकानां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं राम मंदिरवत् समस्त मंदिरादीनां पुनर्वाप्तितेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रुविघ्न समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक ऐन्दव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थमस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थं कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. ओम नित्यानंदं निराधारं निखिलाधारमव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकंठं नमाम्यहम्. ओम पारायणमथ तृतीयोऽध्यायः. मित्रों 789. ॐ ततः परं ब्रह्म परं बृहन्तं यथा निकायं सर्वभूतेषु गूढं विश्वस्यैकं परिवेष्टितारम् ईशं तं ज्ञात्वा अमृता भवन्ति वेदाहमेतं पुरुषं महान्तम् आदित्यवर्णं तमसः परस्तात् तमेव विदित्वातिमृत्युमेति नान्यः पन्था विद्यते यनाय यस्मात् परं नापरमस्ति किञ्चित् यस्मात् नारणीयो न ज्यायोऽस्ति कश्चित् वृक्ष इव स्तब्धो दिवि तिष्ठत्येकः तेनेदं पूर्णं पुरुषेण सर्वम्. Friends, come to the study of the sixth chapter. These three mantras, 4, 5, 6, become very crucial because they are giving us the sara of all sadhanas to be done, which we study in other texts, especially like Gita, etc., as Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga. And we are given Deha and Karmendriyas, etc., for Karma Yoga. We are given Mana for the Bhakti Yoga, Upasana Yoga. We are given the Buddhi for the Jnana Yoga. So, Sharira, Mana, Buddhi, used for Karma, Bhakti, Jnana Yogas, and reach divine. See if it is understood how simple it is. Once it is understood, it is simple. But to understand, the effort required to remove the misunderstandings, that is what is the whole struggle. Right? Now, in that fourth mantra, just in a minute, the essence was first to choose the proper karmas, do them, and bhavanscha sarvan viniyojayedyaha. आरभ्य कर्माणि गुणान्वितानि भावांश सर्वान् विनियोजयेत् यः. See how spashta it is. Then desham abhave krita karma nashah. Thereafter, once the karmas are nasha, what happens? Karma kshayati sa tatvatah anyah. So here, goal is remembered. That which is anyah other than tatvatah, the world is our goal. To reach to that is the karma we are doing. What is the karma? Gunanvita karma. Isn't it? The Gunanvita karmas are good karmas. Swadharma karmas and all Upasana karmas. Do them and offer them to the Lord, everything. See that the Kruta karma nasha happening in us. And the goal is karmakshaye yati tatvatah anyah. So there the attention is on doing the noble activities and offering everything to God. This all is done when we are in Grihastha. In Brahmacharya Ashrama, Jnanam is gained. Grihastha Karma Yoga Pradhan. Correct? Then the Vanaprastha comes, there the second one, which we are studying, which we have done, the fifth mantra, the Upasana mantra, wherein any Rama, Krishna, Devatas you take, outside you do the Upasana in those particular murtis, then same thing do inside for sufficient time that Lord is in our heart, I am doing all Upasanas inside. Second step. In the third step is very crucial, where this mantra guides us, wherein that Ramakrishna whose Upasana now I am doing in the mind, he is the one who is having all these 8 great attributes. And he is me, that doing that thought is Upasana. Adisya Sanyoga Nimitta Hetu Parastrikalad Akalopi Drushtaha. Then Tam Vishwarupam Bhavabhuta Medyam. तम विश्वरूपम भवूतमेड्यम देवम स्वचित्तस्तम देखो उपास्य. So up to devam, these are the qualities of the Lord explained. Swachittastam, that Lord is found in our own heart. First as Saguna Sakara, thereafter Ishwar. Upasya is the only word we have to understand. Here the Upasana now is not the Dravya Yukta Upasana. Here it is Tadatmya Upasana. That's why the importance of Bhashya. Bhashyakara explained to us what is Upasya. Ki idyam devyam sachitastam Upasya. What is Upasya? Ayam aham asmi iti samadhanam krutva. Underline this word samadhanam. है ना? समाधानम इज दो अर्थ होते हैं. एक अपने आप को समाधान कराना मीन्स समझाना अपने आप को, है ना? समाधान मीन्स मेकिंग ourselves understand and accept. Like when your children don't listen to you, you become miserable. Why this is to me? Why the stupid fellow doing like that? Out of everybody, it happens to me only. So you suffer for 2 3 minutes. Then thereafter, you start thinking. So after all, why should I tell him? Why should I order him? He is no independent fellow. He is not the one. I'm not the only one who he has got. He has got his no wife, mother-in-law, father-in-law, brother-in-law. So many legal people are there to influence him. Therefore, he is a fellow like that बिच्छी कैंची में उस चीज की तरह इधर उधर अटक रहा है वो, तो उसको फिर शायद पलड़ा उधर भारी है. So he has decided that, so it doesn't matter, let me accept. These are all called samadhan. Life is samadhanam only every moment, isn't it? One meaning of it. Second meaning is the deeper meaning. Adhana means उसमें लगा देना, डाल देना. Samyak adhana means fully putting it into it. So here ayam aham asmi kahana. So aham, be attentive. Now it is adhanam, put in dehendra prana. That's I made me as jiva. Now this aham को मुझे उस ईश्वर है ना जो आदि संयोग नियोग हेतु, you put yourself in him. पहले this is what is to be done, वो understanding करो. It's called first meaning of samadhana. After that first meaning of samadhanam is understood, that conviction, now practically also do. Samadhanam krutva is, I am the not the upadhi yukta jiva, I am that these sadguna yukta Ishvara only. So myself putting in the Ishvara, I am not separate from him, I am not other than him. This is the samadhana. And the last one is purva, means before. Again, we do the contemplation on Tattvamasi Mahavakya, where the Tat contemplation we do to reach from the Vachyartha to Lakshyartha. Tam Pada contemplation we do to reach from the Vachyartha and Lakshyartha. And in the Lakshyartha, Tam is also Brahman. Tat also is Brahman. Brahman cannot be two. Brahman cannot be other than me. Therefore, that one without second Brahman, I am. That is called as Mahavakya Shodhanam. Purvyam means before you are qualified for that, this way, do the Samadhana. So in that Samadhana sthiti, if it is properly done, what do we achieve? That I am never separate from that Ishvara. Now, the oneness with that Ishvara cannot be achieved at the Upadhi level, only in the Brahma level I can achieve. So for that, Tattvamasi Mahavakya. That is called Jnanam. So after the karma, after the upasana, now we enter into Jnanam. That's why now into the next mantra, sixth, we are entering Jnana se Bhagavatu Prapti. है ना? Jnana se Bhagavat Prapti. Okay. Now in this, as we have thoroughly studied Taittiriya Upanishad, 2 minute first that Brahmananda Vallika, जो संबंध भाष्य था, which we have studied. So beautiful it was. Not wrong, not bad, if you remember once. What do you mean by Jnana se Bhagavat Prapti is, we are already that Swarup of the Bhagavan. Not knowing it is called Ajnana. Therefore, we are behaving as if we are Jiva with Upadhi. So here Jnana se Bhagavat Prapti is, the Ajnana is making me as if I am not that Bhagavat Swarup. Gain the Jnanam. In that Jnanam always two things. The rejection of what I am not, the Upadhyukta Jiva, and then acceptance of what I am, the Nirupadhika Brahma. And that Nirupadhika Brahma already am. It is not, as it is said here, Prapti. Here always in Vedanta it is Praptasya Prapti. And it is a logical fallacy. How can there be Praptasya Prapti? And the explanation is what? The Prapta, which is already with me, uska aprapti is because of ignorance. And that removal of the ignorance by knowledge makes as if the feeling that the aprapta is now become prapta. That's why in Vedanta, that sentence famous, so many times we discussed, that which is lost because of knowledge is never lost. And that which is gained because of knowledge is never gained. Huh? That which is lost because of ignorance is never lost. That which is gained because of knowledge is never gained. Self is never lost. It is felt that it is lost because of ignorance. Self is never gained. It is already me, but it appears to be prapta or gained because of jnanam. So actually what's happening? Neither lost nor gained. Then the ajnana is replaced by sujnana or vijnana. That's it. So the necklace has never gone away, but ignorance of it made it appear to be gone. Then when somebody reminded it's on your neck, the knowledge came. With the arrival of knowledge, the necklace has not come. It was already there. But the ignorance has gone away that it was not there. Isn't it? पहले भी था ये, जब मैं भूल गया तब भी यही था, जब मैंने याद किया तब भी यही है. So too, earlier also I am Brahman. In between, when I identified with Upadhi and Jiva like behaving, that time also I am Brahman. Now I am rejecting Upadhi Tadatmya and becoming one with him. That also is Brahman only. Right now also I am Brahman. That's the meaning of Jnana se Bhagavat Prapti. Become little subtler as a result of Upanishad listening for such a long time. Don't be like others or earlier ignorant state. What do you mean by Jnana se Bhagavat Prapti? Isn't it? It is not like the Jnana of driving. I know, now I have to do the action of driving to get the result of the Jnana of driving. है ना? कर्म के द्वारा फॉलो होना है ज्ञान, तभी फल देता है. तो ऐसा ज्ञान नहीं है. कर्म आवश्यक राहित्य निज आत्मस्वरूप ज्ञान, which is already there. So I am Brahman is not created, remember, not brought from somewhere, not bought to, not borrowed to. That's why इतना कर करके हम ब्रह्म नहीं पाते, ब्रह्म नहीं बनते. हम ऑलरेडी ब्रह्म हैं. ब्रह्म नहीं हूं जो बेवकूफी है, all that is removed. All sadhanas are to remove the clouds. We are already the sun, the self. Think about it. Feel about it. So feel this sentence. I, out of my ignorance, giving up my identity with Brahman, I, out of delusion, took up the identity with the Upadhis as Jiva, and I, out of my murkhata, living a life of samsara outside. I am doing this nonsense now. Now, how I have to come out of the samsara? I have to come out or give up the ignorance of Tadatma with Upadhi. I have to gain and realize and establish in my identity with my Nija Atma Swarupa. See, this spashtata पाने के लिए ही we are studying Shastras every day. Once the spashtata comes, then the whole day is spent only for that. Whole life is spent only to realize that self. That's called as sadhaka jivana. Once the self is realized, you are mukta. There is nothing to do, nothing to achieve. Okay. Ah. So Jnana se Bhagavad Prapti, an idea is given, keep it in mind, contemplate. Now, Punarapi Tameva Darshayati. So again in the next mantra too, the same Paramatma Tattva is made to be understood and visualized in our intellectual understanding. Punarapi Tameva Darshayati. There is no other thing in Upanishads to teach. Upanishads teach only the Brahmavastu. The same Brahmavastu. Here, the difference between the earlier two mantras, this is there in the first mantra, that is fourth one, it is said, Bhavan Sarvan Viniyojayet. The Arpana aspect was given importance. In the second one, the Upasya word is used. Devam Swachittastam Upasya. Now here, Jnatva word will be told. Know that. So for with the first two sadhanas of arpana and as well as upasana, we become qualified for the jnanam to realize that I am that Brahman only ever. And remember, as the students of Upanishads and coming to these classes daily, few of us, slowly, I am the Brahman, I am not the Upadhyukta Jiva. This thought we have to make it stronger. Because I am not the Upadhyukta Jiva. The nonsense of whatever was done by us as Jiva with Upadhis in the past, good or bad, third class, all that don't remember much. Because at that time only it was not to be done. We did it. Even if we have done it, we could have forgotten it. Instead of forgetting it, even now we remember all those nonsenses which we have done as a Jiva with the Upadhi. This is the wisdom. That I will not remember even an iota of the past. Because all that was belonging to ignorance born Jiva Bhava with Dehadithadatmya. What's worthy of remembering it? If we go on feeling regretted and guilty, Swamiji, मैंने वो गलती की. अरे यार, you never did it. You are Brahman. You are not उपाधि युक्त जीवा. That time mistake से किया होगा. अब उसको भूलना. अब क्यों याद कर रहे हो? You now remember that I am Brahman. That's the only job given. अब देखो, this thing we fail to hold what Guru says. We were living as Jiva past mein, present also again and again. We do the present bevakufi along with remembering the past. Now, how irritating it is to the Guru when he says, यार उपाधियुक्त जीव तुम नहीं हो, तुम निरुपाधिक ब्रह्म हो, उसको पकड़ो. See that? See that? Are you catching the point? Even under any of the circumstances and forces, I am doing something or the other. It is all Jiva only. Do it because you are not able to avoid, but don't give value to it, importance to it. No. अब करना ही नहीं चाहिए, कर भी रहे हो और उसको इम्पोर्टेंस ही देते रहे हुए, तो जीव कब छूटेगा? ब्रह्माभ्यास कब कर पाओगे? See that logic, see that wisdom. कर दिया चल ठीक है, एटलीस्ट से दैट इज ऑल जीवा इन मी मेटेड. आई एम नॉट गिविंग इंपॉर्टेंस टू दैट. आई एम ब्रह्मन नाउ बिकॉज आई एम स्टडिंग उपनिषद्स. द गुरुस ऋषिज आर टीचिंग. ब्रह्माभ्यास इसको कहते हैं, वेर वी बिकम अवेयर ऑफ आई एम ब्रह्मन, even little what we have studied from Upanishads. Thereafter, that Brahma is Sat Swarup Chit Swarupa, that Chat Chit Swarupa, inexplicable Brahma Sthiti to be recognized in the heart by becoming Antarmukha. When these things become very strong, then you just kick everything outside, go to some ashram or some gufa, baito bas, Antarmukhi. Now see that state of Antarmukha Atmanubhavi, how beautiful it's explained in the evening Yoga Taravali. Munipungavaanam mudram aham darshayami. How wonderfully Shankar Bhagavan said. Netra ardhanimilata netra. शरीर एब्सोल्युटली निश्चर. प्राण क्रिया निस्पंदित हो गए. मन भी संकल्प विकल्प छोड़ दिया. Now when the mana sankalpa vikalpa gone, when the prana uchvasa nishvasa gone, when the body is absolutely steady, when the drishti is neither in the outer world nor it is left to, that state of beyond all the upadhis is nirvikalpa ham brahmasthit. It is so beautifully explained in Yoga Taravali yesterday. Today also we'll study that. Continuation. So keep that in mind. Okay, now let's chant the mantra. Om Savrukshakala Krutivihi Paronyaha Savrukshakala Krutivihi Paronyaha Yasmat Prapanchaha Parivartateyam Yasmat Prapanchaha Parivartateyam Dharmavaham Panudam Bhagesham Dharmavaham Papanudam Bhagesham ज्ञात्वात्मस्थम् अमृतं विश्वधाम ज्ञात्वात्मस्थम् अमृतं विश्वधाम. अगेन ओम सवृक्षकालाकृतिभिः परोऽन्यः यस्मात् प्रपञ्चः परिवर्ततेयं धर्मावहं पापनुदं भगेशं ज्ञात्वात्मस्थम् अमृतं विश्वधाम. सवृक्षकालाकृतिभिः परोऽन्यः यस्मात् प्रपञ्चः परिवर्ततेयं धर्मावहं पापनुदं भगेशं ज्ञात्वात्मस्थम् अमृतं विश्वधाम. The essence of this mantra is, one is, so many things are happening. Two, in whose presence all these are happening. So many things are happening. If our drushti is on us, on that we are samsari. Because of whose presence they are happening, if your drushti is on that, you are following this shloka. So beautiful it is. The meaning and the intention or purpose. The guidance for meditation. Perfect. Maza hai. Zabardast. All this set of these three shlokas give us the clarity of the essence of entire Gita. देखा ना? So tomorrow let's join to deeply study this shloka for 1 or 2 days. Om 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 Purnamadaha Purnamidam Shruti Matre Namaha Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Thank you. Now we'll do the Sthita Prajna Lakshana Prathama Mantra today. Hari Om. Come.